start. Okay, these are all books that I have read or reread in the last year. Oh my goodness, I have so many book recommendations I would love to pass on to you, but let's go with this for now. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to do more videos like this about books for moms. So one thing that I have started doing that I really think is important is picking a book based on a topic that you are learning about with your children and dive deeper into that for yourself. So for example, this last summer we did a lot of nature studies and I am not the nature type of parent, mom. Like, it really stretches me to get out of my comfort, but Rooted in Wonder really stuck out to me, and I have so much I could say about this book, about like what it covers and everything. It is so good, but it really takes you through how to see God in nature and convey that, like his miraculous creation and all that he has done, and how everything points back to him, how to actually do that, how to have some of these conversations with your kids, even taking some of the rhythms of nature to apply to your own life. And so this was a good book. I will say it took me a while to get through, but I think it was really good and would highly recommend that you check it out if you're a mom that needs a little bit more help in that area as well. When we did the Middle Ages study, I got this book, Knights in Training. Now, this was fantastic. It just kind of took me through what is chivalry, how to teach those things to your kids, maybe some games and activities ideas. There was also a lot in here about people that lived during that time and stories and how their faith impacted their lives at that time, showing grace and mercy. This was a really fun book to read. I thought it was really good. 10 Principles for Raising Honorable, Courageous, and Compassionate Boys. So if you're doing the Middle Ages, make sure to check this one out. One of my favorite topics is talking about teaching your kids about the world. Now, I would love to travel the world, but that's not an option for me right now for our family. But this book, Raising World Changers in a Changing World, is so good. And actually, the author of this book has a foundation that she is CEO of. I don't know what all the right terms are for that, but she helps women, I believe in Kenya, to have a way to make a livable income and supply for their families in an honorable way. And she's been able to help her kids see what's going on in the world abroad, not just here at home, but also doing things at home that make a difference, or just the way that we live. I have so much highlighted in here, and if you ever attend one of my workshops on world schooling from home, I reference this book quite a bit. I will actually be doing one of those workshops in the Made to Homeschool community coming up, so if you would like to attend that, make sure to go to the link below and sign up. You can get a free week into there. If you do the annual premium membership, you get 10% off. But I would love to see you there, and we would actually be able to chat live afterwards during the Q&A. Another way I love to pursue books is based on the season. Now, I live in Minnesota, so winter is a real thing around here, and I love this idea of hygge and just like that cozy atmosphere. I love reading. I have like my little hyggekrok, my little corner that I like to have cozy and read in. And this book, Holy Hygge by Janie Erickson, so solid, you guys. Like, this was definitely more along the lines of a devotional. The scripture in here was so deep. It was so good. It was so inspiring. I was just blown away by this book, and I wish everybody would read it during the fall and winter season. I really think, like, even just like when it's crossing over, you know, but you've got that long winter coming, like this inspired me of like how I was going to survive last winter. And I'm really considering reading it again this year. We'll just see how much time I have, because I love reading. There's always more to read. Now, another good one for, I feel like in the winter, but maybe anytime, would be The Life-Giving Table by Sally Clarkson. This just is inspiring for like all the ways that you can impact your family around the dinner table, or not just your family, but other families. And then there's little recipes throughout it too. I actually did this one on audio, but then ended up purchasing it because I wanted the recipes that were in it too. And I love Sally Clarkson. I think she has so many good things to offer. Like this one, Mom Heart Moments by Sally Clarkson. Now this is just a day by day, so it's just one page. And a lot of these ideas are actually taken from some of her other books and talking about her kids, raising her kids and her family. Wow, yeah, like I've got a heart on that one, and the other one I think is gold, and I've got my pages flap. But these are just so short, guys. I wake up in the morning, I read this while I'm waiting for my coffee even to be made usually, and I have really enjoyed this. But I enjoyed having like that one quick thing to read so much that when I saw this one, I was like, oh yeah, no problem. I can add another one in like that. So I've been reading Without Excuse. This is a great one for like your middle school kids or high schoolers. It is science. So if you ever did Indescribable, this book here by Louis Giglio, then this is very similar to that. So for example, like one day, August 19th is about astronomy, and then the next one is about biology. And so this is really like how obvious it is that these things couldn't have just happened, that there's a creator behind them. I have really enjoyed this. Again, it's another science thing. It's something you can pass on to your kids. Hey, you guys, did you know what I just read? And that's part of your science. Like, this is such a cool way to continue being a lifelong learner. Now, this winter, my boys are going to be reading the Chronicles of Narnia series with their dad. And so I thought it would be really cool to take this opportunity to dig more into C.S. Lewis. This is a year with C.S. Lewis daily readings from his classic work. And so again, it's just this really short part here that he read, or that he wrote. This one is taken from the Screwtape Letters. And then this one is from Mere Christianity. And so they're really short, little deep thoughts to kind of like nuggets to take on. Yes, so I am doing currently 3 daily books because I'm a crazy person. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that for you. This one I did before. This is not a daily read, but this is by Karen Andriola, and it's called Mother Culture. And I just love that. I love that she coined the phrase, but these start off also with pretty short reads about motherhood and about the beauty of motherhood and what it offers, and the privilege and what it's, I don't know, all of these like really wise quotes. Like I feel like there's always something that I was circling or highlighting throughout here. Really inspirational for the type of mom that you want to become. And honestly, a lot of us just weren't really raised with like knowing how to do all of these sewing things or baking things. And she doesn't say that you have to do that, but just like loving your family well, I feel like is kind of comes across in this one. So I did finish this one, but it is definitely one that I will be going through again and that I will be using a lot of quotes from on my Instagram page in the future. I do post regularly to Instagram, so if you are on there, I would love to chat with you over there in the DMs. Make sure to follow and see kind of more of what our family is doing day to day. Mission of Motherhood, again by Sally Clarkson. I'm kind of taking this one a bit slow too, but I think that's largely because it is giving me so much to think about. What are my priorities? How am I really serving my family and loving my family well and taking on the calling that God has given me, and recognizing that calling and prioritizing that, and recognizing that like my calling is for me, and what another mom has been called to is what she has been called to. This book has been really just like a good reminder and reassurance as I continue to be a mom and enjoy this time and to do it well and to please God in the position that He has given me. That is it for this video. Let me know if you would like to see more of these in the future. I love talking books. Here is what my 2nd graders are reading and my 4th grader. If you want to check those out as well, they are there. See you next time.